What do you want? Can't you see we got a job to... What do you want to know? We guards are the most trusted in the village. We protect the blood source after all. Can't have bloodstones without half the equation, can you? You see prisoners, I see fuel for the goddess's plan. Yeah, they've enough in them for quite a number of bloodstones. Her will be done.
Well, it isn't so terrible, is it? No, no. At least there aren't any demons about. At least there aren't any of those.
I won't survive this damp. Let us out of here, please!
I won't survive this damn.
Let us out of here! No, it's no use. Don't let us out of here! Let us out of here! Please! Let us out of here! Please!
Damn this cellar of death!
Freedom!
Damn our jailers!
No, no. At least there aren't any demons about. At least there aren't any at all.
A strange place to keep attached to the schoolhouse.
That's the least of the troubling oddities about this place.
But the goblin's blood runs red. Nearly identical.
Sort of cozy. Come to think of it.
Oh, what do I care about such nonsense anyway? I never saw an infight so much as gold. Every belongs to those yellow-bellied chickens. Crystal snow swing.
What sort of business?
Artisanal hand soups.
You haven't believed until you tried my windswept eyes.
Please, you've got to.
Any plans for after this gig is over?
I've always wanted to start.
By the seven, who was that? She killed that man without so much as blinking.
What sort
She'd
of
probably
business?
do worse to us if we crossed her.
Whoa there, Hartfoot. You're not planning on barging into Lady Attenborough's workshop, are you? She's a woman of inscrutable standards, and hardly a wisp of patience. Well, isn't it obvious? An eternal and steadfast glacier like myself is the ultimate in protection.
The volcanoes, the ice.
Lady Attenborough summoned me, and Coalface over there, to serve as her own personal bodyguards, though she don't seem to have much of a problem defending herself, do she? Strong as an ox, nutty as a squirrel, and holds this whole village in her right hand to boot. We've been hired to fight for her, and fight we will. But standing guard outside these doors is like having a front row seat to watch the goings-on of a loony bin after dark. Well, I'll tell you this much. If I came upon a cult as intent on sacrificing elementals as this lot is on humans, I wouldn't be poking my nose into the head honcho's workshop
This dimension.
Your kind certainly don't take to it, that's for certain. Without special training techniques, humans will drop dead shortly after touching the stuff.
They're Rivellon's those yellow-bellied chickens.
Well, you know what they say. A watched
Attenborough said there's a bloke in Silver Glen. Brandon, was he called? Anyhow, I guess he's training folks to handle the stuff without getting sick. She calls it an abomination of the goddess's bane. Knowing her, she'll have that Brandon's head on a pike for messing with her precious, poisonous rocks.
Your singing voice is as sweet as honey pine.
Cooler heads prevail, as they say.
Take care now, and don't go pestering Lady Attenborough, eh? No need to stir the Badger's den. You'll turn the whole town against you while you're at it.
Careful now, squishy. I doubt Lady Attenborough's in any mood to deal with intruders after losing her apprentice in that little, accident. Oh, come on. Take a single look at this molten fearmaker I call my arm. I'm Lady Attenborough's bodyguard, of course. Though I'm not sure she needs much more than her own two hands to take down anyone who so much as sneezes in her presence. That burn mark that used to be her apprentice must be the third in as many weeks. If she isn't the most powerful geomancer in your realm, I'll eat a water nymph's shoe. Attenborough wrenched that tenebrium she's got from the mountain with a flick of her wrist, and she seems totally immune to that disease, that rot that seems to lay your kind so low. Well, I'll tell you this much. If I came upon a cult as intent on sacrificing elementals as this lot is on humans, I wouldn't be poking my nose into the head honcho's workshop. Your kind certainly don't take to it, that's for certain. Without special training techniques, humans will drop dead shortly after touching the stuff. Attenborough said there's a chap in Silver Glen. Brandon, was he called? Yeah, anyhow, I guess he's training folks to handle the stuff without getting sick. She calls it an abomination of the goddess's bane. Knowing her, she'll have that Brandon's head on a pike for messing with her precious poisonous rocks. Take care now, and don't go pestering Lady Attenborough, huh? No need to stir the Badger's den. You'll turn the whole town against you while you're at it. Wish she'd get another apprentice, so we could watch
Where are the
her blast
volcanoes, the
into
ice forests?
This dimension is
I watched Attenborough never goes on a murderous rampage.
the ice forests.
So, how's it going over there?
What do you mean, how's it going?
Well, you know, how's it going on your side of the door?
You can't be serious.
I'm just making a bit of pleasant conversation.
Pleasant for who? Say, you ever made it down to Sightseal?
Not in my day. Heard there's a talking wishing well there, though.
Ah, what a load of bullocks. I just know my soaps would burn through the competition. Whoops. Cooler heads prevail, as they say.
Well, you know what they
Wish you'd
say.
get another
I watched
apprentice,
Attenborough
so
never
we could
goes on
watch
a
her
murderous
blast him
rampage.
to smithereens. just know my soaps would burn through the competition.
But I think we're shambling over.
Whoops.
Take 'em off soon enough.
Cooler heads prevail, as they say.
They get those scrappy fists a-blazing.
We should get another apprentice.
This dimension is a
Blast into
bore.
smithereens.
Where are the volcanoes, the ice
What
forests?
do I care about such nonsense?
Well, you know what they say. A watchdog never goes on a murderous rampage.
Yellow-bellied chickens.
Reminds me of a song
This
I know.
dimension is a bore. Where are the volcanoes, the ice forests?
Full and bright. Their squeals and wails
Wish you'd get another apprentice so we could watch her blasting to
Hey,
smithereens.
I know that. Crystal snows can twinkle. Blizzards shake and
Well, you know what
We
they
should
say.
get another apprentice.
A watched Attenborough never goes on a murderous rampage.
Well, colour me a simpleton. Your silly voice is a
I just
should
know
get another
my soaps would burn.
Halt! Before you'll be permitted into my workshop, you'll have to prove yourself more capable than that corpse I once called my apprentice. Tell me, if you too destroyed one of my precious stones, what could you possibly say to save your life? Question. I'm the custodian of sacred stone, its chief executive, and its link to the conduit herself. Yes, the conduit speaks to me, her elected disciple, and I share her will with the people of our village. Now that you know to whom you speak, perhaps you'll tread more lightly in my presence. Do I look like to you a woman interested in haggling over pennies? She, the original Immaculate, and our conduit to the goddess, has spread the good news all around the realm. In her wake, humans, orcs, and goblins alike stand united by the Immaculate Way. The goddess is chosen, those worthy of the purifying blood. I certainly hope you've made it through her trials with our most useful abbot, Loik. It's not too late for you to join the goddess's fold, you know. A volatile material, yes. We humans are especially vulnerable to the sickness it contains. Rot, the goddess bane itself. But though this holy substance make us ill, we need look no further than bloodstone, the goddess's boon for salvation. That fool couldn't be trusted with a rubber ball, much less a relic as precious as bloodstone. He proved himself unworthy, a lost one through and through. In a word, expendable. Leaving already, are you? Before you go, answer me this. Can you think of a single reason why I ought not to crush you flat before you so much as take a step in the direction of the door?
Don't you find it interminably dark? Don't you find it interminably dark? Don't you find it interminably dark?
Don't you find it interminably dark?
But they're slow as whalers.
Could be worse. My brothers are garlicky prayers as that.
I'm sorry.
It's not that bad.
The imps are out a-running. The moon is full and bright. There's squeals and wails and tremors on you.
Now, note that the goblin's blood runs red, nearly identical.
Welcome, curious soul. Please, remain among we followers of the Immaculate Way and learn the teachings of the... We are disciples of the goddess and soldiers of the greater good. We seek to raise ourselves from among the lost, to become enlightened by the teachings of the goddess as delivered to us through our holy conduit. We live in harmony with the tenebrium, at one with its curses and its blessings. The enlightened may be permitted to draw the energy, the lifeblood from these lesser souls, an honor for the lost one. The link between we mortals and the almighty goddess. It was she who showed us how to transform Starstone, that seemingly vapid gem, into precious, life-giving bloodstone. It was she who showed us how to use the blood of the sacrificed to create healing magic. She dwells in the tenebrium mines now, along with those deemed enlightened enough to defend the goddess upon her return to Rivellon. Yes, bringer of rot, the goddess's bane. Miners in Silver Glen uncovered this strange mineral only recently. It was this discovery that brought the conduit from on high to us souls willing to receive her. Most feared illness, but most blessed gift. The conduit came to those miners afflicted with the terrible disease and offered them salvation, showed them that by sacrificing the lost among them in the name of the greater good, they could cure even the most hopeless case of rot. Our most precious relic. We obtain holy bloodstone by first securing a shard of starstone. The sacrifice of a lost one over this simple gem transforms it into a jewel capable of miraculously healing one laid low by sickness or injury. Before the conduit came, Starstone was little more than a pretty gemstone used for pure adornment. Fools were we not to realize that the stone came from the goddess herself. Fools were we to adorn our statues, our swords, our jewelry with a material capable of becoming bloodstone.
No surface can harm me! I feel like I've been set in stone! I've been struck by lightning! through fire and ice.
Just about the size and shape of the one that got away. Must be a gift from the All-Mother herself. I'll wager you've got at least 10 nice full pints of blood in you, human. Ah, that stone will be swollen as a tick. Come on then, nice and quiet. Mangoff's waiting for you.
One shot, 60 targets.
Frenzy of fury!
No glory in this death. Bless the seven, I am restored!
I feel better already.
Sweet relief.
As good as a new penny.
Into the fray once more.
Sweet relief. Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
Stay where you are, lost one. Only those of rank among we Immaculates may enter this hallowed ground. You've chosen the very highest of immaculate heights to start from, Lost One. The higher you may soar, or the farther you may fall. Goddess's greetings, traveler, the holiest of holies. If he hasn't already finished, yeah.
accept our offer. Grant us new life.
What pleasant company. The Source Hunter, is it? I'd heard tell you'd been stalking across Sicil and into fair Lucula. Ever bent on disrupting the designs of our good goddess and conduit, so the rumors go. Ever eager to prevent the inevitable day of reckoning at hand. But the blessed goddess has guided you here, Source Hunter. She has delivered you into our hands. And she has deemed you a blemish upon her ever more balanced world. Only your death will restore the harmony you have disturbed. Wrung dry upon these stones, you'll serve our cause at last. Struggle if you wish, Source Hunter. Your fate was sealed the moment you dared to stand against the goddess.
Fiend of demons, your tainted blood will drip from this cathedral's every wall.
Power snatch!
Vitality restored.
True, I need healing.
quick reflexes pierce deeper.
Awaits you.
I feel better already. On the mend.
I feel better already.
Bless the seven. I am restored.
I needed that.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Oh, what's that gleam?
Welcome, visitor, to this humble library. May the goddess guide thee in thy search for knowledge. Why, yes, this church is more than a house of worship. It has long been a bastion of the collective knowledge of all of Rivellon, a home for spirit and for learning. Even the good King Brachus in his better days would bless these halls with frequent visits. As I recall, his favorite tomes were those devoted to ancient goblin magic. Though, between us, he also occasionally requests, in somewhat bashful tones, the latest steamy romance. I say, a humble king is such a blessing in these troubled times. Well, I'd be remiss to fancy myself an acquaintance of the good king, but I serve him as best I can, indeed. Have you news of his condition, by the by? It's been so very long since I heard word. Oh, poor king is so beset by troubles. It seems the goddess has sought fit to test him most thoroughly. But our good goddess delivers blessings alongside every trial. She's destined Brachus to face countless troubles, but she gave him a beloved sister to bring him through each one. Cassandra, a dear young woman. I can think of no finer right hand for our king. They're forged by their very souls, you know, tied for all time. Well, I've my duties to attend to, haven't I? As long as the hubbub stays out of the library, I'm content. Hardly a day goes by that there isn't a fine ruckus down there, though. Nonsense. He's only a bit ill, of course. And what with the goddess's foes gaining ground, it's no wonder he's touched by disturbances. And I'll not hear anything to the contrary. Oh, that great heavy thing sets the place in tremors. I always see them fiddling about down there, making it heave back and forth. But if you're asking me exactly how, I can't say. Have a look behind some pillars, maybe. They're always sneaking around behind the pillars, making a racket.
The sound. I think the altar moved. find out what effect that had. Ooh! Did that cause a reaction? find out what effect that had. Now, to find out what effect that had. Well, that was efficient.
Welcome, Source Hunter, welcome! I must admit I'm rather disturbed by your presence here. Not because I fear you, no, no. Because I must assume that the goddess has willed us to meet like this. Like intimates, in these holy chambers. Perhaps she wishes for you to see, Source Hunter. Perhaps she wishes for you to understand our way. Perhaps she has willed it time for our factions to walk side by side toward a new beginning. This history of Source versus Hunter is as long as it is gruesome. Aren't you tired of fighting? So what if it is dark? What is so terrible about darkness? I ask you why a natural and neutral aspect of the cosmos, of our lives, can be banished. It is easy to view death, or sacrifice, as we practice it, as inherently negative. But the easy perspective is very infrequently correct. Why regard death, an utterly unavoidable aspect of our very natures, with fear and panic? Only by abandoning the fear of death do we truly live. You say Source is dark. We say that to use it is to embrace the so-called darkness within each and every mortal. How can we deem an aspect of our very selves to be dark? Who decided that to die was a weakness, a failure, a tragedy? No. To die is to be completed. To kill, then, to kill is to carry this completion forward. Ah, Source Hunter, this is what the Conduit fears you will never understand. For how could you? Your kind are agents of maintenance. You must keep the established order. You must enforce the existing laws. But what if everything you know is a mere shadow of what could be? What if you are regulating a system that is inherently broken? Though I doubt you will grasp this, Source Hunter, we Immaculates have come to believe that the life we live is no true life. And we seek to restore a better, more authentic existence. The original way, Source Hunter. The singular awareness that was once the void. Before we were wrenched apart by existence. Before we were separated into a million warring minds. And the time is nigh. Each sacrifice brings the void closer. Each bloodstone helps the Conduit to call it nearer. She and she alone communicates with the goddess. She and she alone can bring the goddess' intention to the ears of the faithful. Whither the goddess turns her eyes, the Conduit is there to enact her will. And now do you see, Source Hunter? Do you understand that walking the Immaculate Path is the only way to conclude this experiment called existence? Do you see that to bring true balance, true equilibrium, we must rejoin one another in the void? And do you see why I cannot permit you to intervene in what is coming?
Immaculates have gone to dire lengths to conceal it.
I don't know whether I'm relieved or disappointed there isn't a legion of undead demon angels waiting for us.
for me!
You all with one shot! Just watch!
Like hauling an anchor.
To me, halt!
A stitch at time, hey, my friends?
First you succeed, keep going!
Marksman's poise.
Wait for me!
Bless the seven. I am restored.
Switch to thorny timber.
Maul my enemies!
I needed that. there?
Now, this is valuable.
As good as a new penny. Sweet relief. Fortune!
Into the fray once more.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Sweet relief.
Back on my feet again.
So Leandra's devised a method for destroying Death Knights.
That sounds more than promising.
A map to the Source Temple in the Phantom Forest. Sounds like a location worth noting.
Sigurd's beard! What a find!
I've already read this.
What's the word, Source Hunter? So that's her plan. She intends to summon Astarte and the Void Dragon and overwhelm the goddess with an unstoppable army. With Astarte gone, there will be nothing to stop the Void from consuming all of Rivellon.
That's a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Aye, aye, Captain.
Our mission is greater than us, greater than Leandra, Source Hunter. It is a quest to save all of existence from eternal blackness. Her plan must not succeed. Sister, sister, what have you done? I cannot condone the terrible things she... What's more, if I could only repair the forge, I'm certain you're 2 steps ahead of my sister, dear Source Hunter. With that vial of her blood, and the fail-safe spell you rescued from the mines, you can craft a piece of magic powerful enough to render her army vulnerable. I believe the answer to that begins centuries outside. We sorcerers alike, but what's... Tell me, did you know? No, we climbed the source hunt from that we would... Leandra, my sister and I... Leandra, that we were... As you know, but her heart, my connection... Source hunter. You've learned so much already. That spell you found. If it's to be believed, Leandra has created Death Knights. Only that spell, combined with her blood, will make them vulnerable to attack.
Nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Still, one can't help but wonder where the gods have run off to in all this. The void won't spare them, you know. There's no hiding from the great nothing.
Oh, and the empathy here.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
All the way up.
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two.
Their
Free on
where
a good day.
and why is of no import. This moment is all there is. The crux is what we do with it.
Mine is but the pen, theirs is the sword, and this is a time for swords.
But if they succeed, the time of the pen will return. Forever.
Doom!
So it shall.
Has a nice
So
ring to
it
it, doesn't it?
shall.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You and Zandalor have always been close, are you? Pray tell, did you know anything about his affair at the King Crab?
Come now. Do you really think he'd let me in on it in advance if he'd been planning an affair with your sister?
I could fly
How can I
straight to
tell?
the void.
Maybe you
I
taught
think
him
I
a
could
thing
fly
or two
straight
about
to the
slinking
void.
around in between shadows.
The way
If
up.
that were true, Ikara, he wouldn't have been murdered, resurrected, and pursued by the bringer of the apocalypse as a result, now would he?
Ha! True enough.
So this tapestry represents all of time. One wouldn't think time itself would include so
Say,
many threads
Have
dangling
you seen my magic box?
temptingly where any
It's got
claw
all
could
kinds
reach
of wonders stashed
Look
inside.
alive, Madam Weaver. Our friend Ahu here is no better than the Void when his instincts overcome him. Clawing at time and void.
I wonder how much
He
of a
wouldn't.
spark it
Would
takes to
he?
zap a human to vapor.
Tell me, O Weaver, if you know all that is past and present, does that mean you know the future as well?
Alas, no. I can predict with a degree of certainty, but I cannot speak of what is to come unequivocally.
Oh, and the empathy here. Every year. Every year, I said.
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two. Free on a good day.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a event? Say, have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
Captain.
Think I could fly straight to the void? I think I could fly straight to the void. Every year. The way up.
Doom! Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?